this video, I'm going to show you how to add your Advent and Christmas services and events to your churches and benefices on a churchnearyou.com. The first thing that you need to do when you get onto a churchnearyou.com is click Editor Login in the top right corner and enter your login details. Then click Login. Now you need to open up your church in the Editor view. To do this, hover over Churches and Benefices and click on the name of the church that you would like to add your service or event to. This opens up your church in the Editor view, and the first page that comes up is your Services and Events page, which is exactly where we need to be. So we're now going to click on our orange Add New button, and now we're going to add the details for our Christmas service. The first box that you need to type into is the event title box, where you need to let people know what the title of your service or event is. I'm going to do a carol service. You then need to enter a short, welcoming description in this description box here. Do make sure that you don't use any jargon in this box. This should be really accessible for people who haven't been to church before. So you can just type your text into that box there. Keep scrolling down, and we then come to the tags section. Tags help the public to find particular services, events, or features that they might like from a church. This is particularly important during Advent and Christmas because people can search for Christmas tags. So if your Advent and Christmas services and events have Christmas tags on them, then people are much more likely to be able to find them. So let's go ahead and add some tags. To do that, click Change Tags. And what you'll find is a really long list of all of the tags available. But at key times of the year, like in Advent and Christmas, we put the most relevant seasonal tags up at the top of the list. So you can go through those and click on those grey boxes next to the tags that are relevant to you. Once you've selected all of the tags that you would like to have, make sure you click on Change Tags. This saves what you have added. Scroll down. And now, if you want to, you can estimate how many people will be singing our new composition of the First Noel. So if in your service you have a choir who are going to be performing the song, or perhaps you're going to be singing it as a congregation, you could enter an estimate in this box of how many people you think will be singing it. This just allows us to estimate how many people will join the song nationally this year. Keep scrolling, and we then come to the feature image, which just adds a bit more interest to your service or event. To select your feature image, click on Upload, and then find the image you would like to have. I'm going to use this Join the Song banner, which I downloaded from the Church Near You resource hub. Keep scrolling down, and then you get to the location section. We automatically assume that your event is taking place in your primary venue, which will be your church's address. If that is the case, you can just leave that box ticked and then you're done. If that's not the case, you can untick that box and then enter the location of your event. I'm going to leave it ticked. You then need to let us know the frequency of your event. For Advent and Christmas services, I assume that you're going to be using one-off events, so I'm going to click on that one-off event tab. And then you need to add your start date and time. To add your start date, click on the calendar here, next to the Select a Date box. And you can click Next to scroll through the months until you find the relevant date. Then just click on the date that applies to your service or event. Click in this box here that says Select a Time and either scroll through all of the times or start typing to filter them down. Once you've found the time, just click on it. The finish date and time then automatically fills for the same date an hour later. If that's not the case, then you can just click in that time box and select the time that your event is going to finish. If you would like to include your service or event in the services register, you can click this box. If you want to provide a web link, perhaps to a website, if you have one, you could pop it in there. And if you'll be live streaming your service or event, you can put the URL to your live stream in here. If you want to upload a file, then you can do that by clicking upload and uploading your file from your device. If you're ready for that to publish, then you can leave this publish box ticked. If you're not quite ready for it to publish, but you want to save your progress, just untick that and click save, and you can then come back and edit it ready to publish. I'm going to leave it ticked and press save. And there we go, my carol service event has now been added to my church's site on achurchnearyou.com. If I wanted to edit what I've done, I could just click on that pencil there up in the right hand corner, and that would open up what we have just filled in, and you can edit all of those details. So that is how to add, tag and then edit a service or event for your church for Advent and Christmas. But how do you do this if you want to add your Advent and Christmas event to your benefice site? Well, you need to hover over churches and benefices and click on the name of your benefice, and then head over to services and events down your left-hand editor menu. Again, click on the orange Add New button. And similarly, you now need to enter your event title and description, but you then get to choose which of the churches in your benefice you would like to publish this event to. So if you want to publish to all of the churches in your benefice, you can leave all of them ticked. If you only want it to appear to a couple of them, then you can untick the ones it's not relevant to. Or if you only want to display it on your benefice site, you can just untick all of the churches in your benefice. Tags work in exactly the same way. You just click change tags and then choose the ones that you want before clicking change tags. Again, you can tell us how many choir singers you estimate there will be if you want to. You can add a feature image. And the other way this differs from adding a service or event to your church is that you need to choose the location of your event. If it's happening in one of the churches in your benefice, you can just click on that grey box next to their name to select that that is the location it will be taking place in. If it's not happening in any of the churches in your benefice, click on Custom Location and enter the location details in those boxes. To add the frequency, again, just click One-Off Event and add this information as we did before for the individual church. And you can also add your web link, live stream URL if you have one, and a file if you would like to. And then you just need to click Save. So this is really similar to adding a service or event on your individual church, just with a couple of differences. Here where you choose the location, and here where you choose where you would like to publish your service or event to. So that is how to add your Advent and Christmas services and events to both your individual church sites and to your benefice sites.